What is poppin' in my chop and my bagel bites? This video is a little long overdue. This is for the 1,000 subscriber special. This is the giveaway part of it that I was wanting to do and get that going. And sorry for the delay on it. Just a lot of stuff's been happening and I've been super busy, and I know that's no excuse, but I'm trying to make up for that here and go ahead and address like your guys' questions, feature the video, and also it's my birthday, so I figured I could just knock those and get those together, do like a birthday video. I'll be doing a stream later today. At the time of recording, it's going to be the 10th that this drops, which is my birthday. So I'll be doing a stream later today. I don't know how long for. Apparently there's some surprises and stuff planned that I've heard from my wife and mother, so there might be something along those lines. So I don't know how long I'll be streaming for, but I definitely want to try and get some done to get a little birthday stream going. So I hope you guys are excited for that. I'm super excited to get into some of the questions and stuff and give away some stuff. There's gift cards and little Pokemon trinkets and stuff. The option like I can generally like breed you guys some Pokemon and stuff for in-game if that's something you're interested in. I'll kind of inquire and ask like some stuff that might be interested in, and I do have a cool thing for like the top questions that I really liked that I went and ordered. I did order some cool Charizard cards. I don't know if anybody will actually be into this, so let me know if you guys are, like, especially if you're featured in the video, because those are generally the people that will be getting prizes if you like ask the questions and stuff on the video. And thanks for everybody who responded, and thanks for all the support on the channel. But I did get these. I picked up some Charizard cards that I signed, Mr. Bagel Bites, that people will be winning in my little heart. That's kind of my thing. I love hearts. You know, so there we go. But so those will be sent out. I did pick up some of those, so they'll be sent with like the gifts too, on some of like my favorite questions. But yeah, just thank you guys so much for the support. Now we're over like 1,100. You guys are amazing. I think we're at the time of recording, I think we're like 1110, somewhere in there. But still, regardless, it's amazing. We're climbing, and thank you guys so much for the support. All I want for my birthday is a like button. Hit the like button down below, and maybe the subscribe button if you haven't. Tell a friend. Go ahead and share this to a friend. Not maybe this, but like maybe like the VGC players. Maybe they'll be interested. But thank you guys so much for the support. Seriously, you guys are the best. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, our first question here comes from the BP Gamer. Shout out to him. Make sure you check him out. He does YouTube stuff, VGC content, Pokemon stuff, and awesome guy. Super supportive. Just a really great guy. He's definitely gonna get something from me. So I'll be reaching out through Twitter, and if you commented through YouTube, I'll try and find a way to get a hold of you that doesn't seem sketchy. Well, not sketchy, but just reaching out like a way that like I know that it's you. So I'll probably like reply to your comment and like try and find a way that would be good to like get a hold of you. But I'll make sure to reach out and do that. But first, let's go ahead and look at this first question. How do you feel about Pokemon's new DLC approach? Because I know as a content creator, it has done wonders for my channel, so I was curious as to your thoughts. Smiley face, congrats again. That's a really good question. I really like the DLC approach, honestly, especially with... So Sword and Shield, I think, is like a really different game in general. I feel like it was almost catered more to the competitive players, because I feel like those end up being like longer time playing players, if that makes sense. So like a lot of people pick up the game, go through the story, maybe replay it a time or two, maybe like a special run like a Nuzlocke or something, but that's kind of it. But like the competitive players, I think they've realized, are the players that stick around, go to tournaments, try and get more people into the game, because a lot of the VGC community is really cool and like really friendly and inclusive, depending on what part you get into. Like I think our area is pretty inclusive. I know that I don't have like a ton of like a group following that does that, but I like to talk to people, talk about spreads and share teams and talk about team ideas with a few people who've inquired, especially like on Twitter and stuff, that message me and like, hey, what do you think of this team? And I kind of give like tips and stuff. I really want to make a team breakdown video, like how I go through like my team building process. So that'll probably be coming sometime this week. But yeah, I really, as far as the question, going back to the question, the DLC I think is really cool. It introduces new new Pokemon into the not into the franchise, but into the game. So you're able to incorporate. I was able to make a lot more content that I think people enjoyed, because I could throw like Luxray, for instance, like wasn't in the game. Now I can use Luxray if we want to. Luxray is a really cool Pokemon. and just like really niche Pokemon too, and like different abilities. It really shook up the metagame, I think, in a positive way, and I think like in the inclusion with the ban list now is going to shake it up even more, and I really like that, because having like variety and stuff, they realized that kind of like I've played Yu-Gi-Oh since I was 6 years old, so like 19 years, and with its ban list that it brings out, when it used to do it like quarterly, it was really good because you could plan like your deck and stuff. If you know like a ban list is coming up, you have an idea of what cards you should probably like move and get rid of, or trade in, or just do what with. And it was a really cool idea that I enjoyed and was able to like have the game not get stale. I think that's what I'm going for. The game becomes less stale when you have a lot of changes happening, and then on top of it, adding like extra story content stuff as well, so I can stream that and bring that to you guys, is another really big thing that I really enjoy the DLC for. So I know a little like a long answer for kind of a shorter question, but I really like it. I think short answer, I like the idea of it, and I'm curious to see what else they do with that. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Link Shadow Dragon Wolf King. What a name. I think he's commented on a few videos too. Shout out to this guy. But what was your favorite funny moment on YouTube, and what do you plan on doing for future videos, like bringing people in the video and etc.? So I'll address the first part, favorite funny moment. I'm kind of going into these blind. I saved these a little while ago because I keep meaning to do this video. So I'm actually trying to go at this blind and think about my answers, which I enjoy better, which is something I kind of wanted to do. As far as favorite funny moments, I really enjoyed the Bagel's family game night that we did like a month or two back, with Damien, as well as with Marlon, Jake, and Taylor. We played Uno and Wheel of Fortune, and those were just like a lot of fun. I really enjoyed those playing together. I really want to do more, but VGC typically gets a lot of like views and attention, where those videos almost feel like more of something I should do for like a stream or something maybe. So I have a lot of fun with those. My favorite team that was like funny was probably the Flapple Gravity team from probably like 3 months ago now at least, but it was just so funny. It was a lot of fun. As far as what I do plan to do for future videos, so we did have like a best of 3 exhibition match with the BP Gamer, the person who asked the first question that was on here. I want to do more of those for sure, reach out to people. I got to be better about reaching out, but I'm just so busy. I'm hoping that work slows down here soon, and I have more time to do stuff like that. I also, I haven't found a way to do it yet. I want to research how to do it, so if someone can reach out to me and help me figure out a better way to do it, I want to hold a tournament for like subscribers and stuff, and I'll probably try and coordinate that and like try and get the recordings through and get people in that, because I think that could be a lot of fun, and have like prizes and stuff for that as well. But that's what I have in like the immediate time frame as to what I want to do. Probably more battles and stuff, and then figure out how to do like a tournament, because I think that could be a lot of fun, and it would be, I just think it would be a lot of fun. So yeah, thanks for asking. Unovan Ninetails, what was the first team you used that made you really fall in love with VGC? For me, it was just a basic Kingdra Politoed Rain team in Sun and Moon. I saw SNM. Yeah, Sun and Moon, but it was so much fun, I haven't stopped playing since. So I started trying to get into competitive probably during Black and White format. Yeah, Black and White format, but I didn't do EVs and stuff right, and I didn't know enough about IVs. So I played, but I wasn't actually super deep into the competitive. Like, I had an idea how EVs worked. I was able to EV train, but I didn't know spreads very well, like calcs, like I do now. I would say I really got into VGC during the X and Y format for sure. I used a team that was, for most of the season, that I had success with. I played in a few local tournaments that I won. But the team I used was very similar to the runner-up from that year. I don't know about you. I think it was Azarelli. I think he played against I'm pretty sure Azarelli was the runner-up that year. I used a team that was pretty similar. I had like T-Tar. The main difference was I played like Excadrill, and I think he played Lucario, but the rest was almost Mon for Mon. Like, I used Charizard Y, Salamence, Rotom-Mow, and Garchomp. Am I forgetting one? Excadrill, T-Tar, Charizard Y, Salamence, Garchomp, and Rotom-Mow. Rotom-Mow is the 6-mon. Because Grass wasn't the one that people used most often. You definitely saw like the water one or even the heat one. But that was the team that probably got me really into VGC, because that's when I started doing calcs a bit more. And a lot of those weren't like super in-depth calcs. It was mostly just like the Garchomp and the Salamence, and then the T-Tar Zard, and then the Rotom, I think. But yeah, that was probably the team that made me really get into VGC more and enjoy it. And as you can see, I haven't stopped playing since, and it made me start wanting to do videos like this, because they're a lot of fun and interaction, and people seem to like it. So yeah, great question. Fiery Char, what made you get into making YouTube videos? So when I started doing it, I really wanted to learn, because like I was always really curious. I love learning stuff and like applying it and trying to get better. I wanted to do originally the channel did like I wanted to do like anime fighting games. Like I started with Jump Force stuff and it wasn't very good. It's still on the channel if you want to check it out. There's no like voiceover or anything because I didn't have a mic at the time, and I thought I did. There were some videos where I thought I was recording my audio and then it just didn't because I didn't understand how it worked. But that was a lot of it. Like it seemed like it would be a lot of fun. People that I knew like personally had done stuff like it and they seemed to have fun, and I'm competitive like that, so I kind of want to like do it better. And then we started doing the Nuzlocke videos and the challenge run videos for Pokemon, and those are a ton of fun. I really want to start doing those again. If people are interested, I'd love to do like another Nuzlocke, or we still sometimes do the, like we haven't done it in a while to be fair, but the Pokemon like Uranium playthrough, and then I want to do like a randomizer Nuzlocke of that, so it'll probably be more stream stuff. But I really want to get back into it, and I'm really proud of some of like the videos, especially like we had like a Cage Lock run against Bashara. We didn't get to finish it, unfortunately, just time constraints and stuff, but I think I was probably going to win it, let's be honest, if you go back and watch it. We only did like 8 episodes, but I was up like 3 points. But but it was a lot of fun, and my first series I did was Crystal Clear, which was like a Crystal ROM hack, but you had like open world, really cool. We won that. We've won, I think, every Nuzlocke that we've done. Yeah, we can't. Crystal started off interesting, and you can tell I'm a lot more nervous in those videos. Emerald, Platinum, we beat. Platinum Randomizer Nuzlocke was probably my favorite. Yeah, and I think like our layouts and stuff were really cool. I enjoyed doing those a lot. But that was a part of the reason I wanted to get into YouTube and making those. And now I really like doing the VGC because it's content I'm more confident at and have fun with, and there's a lot more people that are now like interaction and stuff, so that's been really fun and really cool, and I'm really glad to have that group now that like I can reach out to and talk to, and talk about like the competitive scene and still do it like even outside of YouTube and like talk to community. So that's a lot of fun. But I definitely want to start doing the challenge runs again. If you guys are interested, let me know about any that you'd like to see me do. Mal, I was able to log in again. What was your what was your favorite mechanic to be added? Example, Dynamax for competitive play. I really overall like Dynamax. It is kind of it's really strong. I think it's only good per se for, I don't think it's good for singles, I don't like it, but for doubles I think it's a lot of fun. So in a competitive aspect I do like it. I think overall, if I had to compare the mechanics overall, I would say Mega Evolution's probably my favorite, but it also kind of depends on your definition. So like Gen 2 added it didn't add abilities. Gen 3 added abilities. Oh, Gen 2 did the split between the special and special defense. Gen 3 added abilities. Gen 4 added the special physical split, so all ghost moves weren't physical, all poison moves weren't physical, like that kind of stuff. So I really like that. Eevees and Ivies and stuff too were added there. Gen 5 added, it added power creep. That's what it added. That's when like all the Pokemon started getting like really strong, like the genies and the deer, and like, oh my god, Gen 5 added a whole lot of really strong Pokemon. So that was a really big thing that it did. I would say probably Mega Evolution would probably be my favorite. I think it added a lot of diversity. Arguably the like regional variants, if you count that. But I think if we go by just mechanic, probably Mega Evolution would probably be my favorite overall. I just think it added a lot to the game and added a lot of use to Pokemon that just didn't see use, and now they do, even if they're not used with their Mega Evolutions because it's no longer in the game. You still see some of those Pokemon because people got attached to them, and that was really cool. And I hope they do more with it. I was really sad to see it go. So it's sad to see like that stuff go. Like the Z moves, I didn't super care for, but I don't mind seeing like the Z moves leave. But like I was sad to see Mega Evolution leave. I'll be sad probably to see Dynamax leave because it made so many Pokemon viable that you wouldn't normally be able to use. But most of the mechanic really does come down to hit your Dynamax Pokemon with a super effective move, proc weakness policy, sweep. And that's really what a lot of the game has become, so I don't overly care for that. But it's still really cool, and when it's not being used to like that, it's still awesome. But awesome question. Bonbo, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. This is the YouTube questions. Awesome job, Bagels. Also, what is your favorite Pokemon competitively? Smiley face. Thank you for the smiley face. I love emoji stuff like that. Charizard's my favorite Pokemon, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite competitively. I would say my favorite competitively, or the Pokemon that appears on most of my VGC teams at least, I would say Gyarados. I think Gyarados has a lot of awesome use, awesome stat spread. I love its typing, and it fills a niche in almost every generation. I mean, look, it's on the ban list because it was overused too. Awesome Pokemon. I love Gyarados a lot. It's between that and maybe Charizard. I really love Charizard, but the Mega Evolution made it viable. The Gigantamax rather made it viable like this season. So once it gets its forms that set it apart, that's when it's usable. Versus like when it's just Charizard, I feel like it's less viable. Like Belizard used to be like a really big threat, and then Power Creep with like Gen 5 happened, and it saw like a down spiral of usage. Gen 4 it was still kind of prominent, but like not super. And then once it got its Mega Evolution in Gen 6, and then Gen 7 came out, and it kind of fell back in usage, and now Gen 8 with a Gigantamax form. Like, I would say probably Gyarados. Yeah, great question. My voice Stormwick, yes. About time. But seriously, you really earned it. Question. Why what is your favorite anime? Why what? Yeah, I think those are maybe not correct. What is your favorite anime? That's a kind of a hard one. Right now, I'm really heavy into ReZero. ReZero's starting from another, but that anime is awesome. Me and Damien, who's typically our starters in most of our like challenge runs, have followed that, and now that it's back with season 2, I've been following it really heavy. I love it a lot. I don't know if it's my favorite, but I look forward to it every week. I really want to say JoJo. Like, I'm even wearing a JoJo hat, and it got like the stands on like the top of the hat there. You can kind of see my forehead now. The stands like on the top. I love it so much. I love JoJo. I really love JoJo. It might end up being DBZ. I don't want to quite count like Pokemon over here. I don't really want to count like Pokemon per se, even though it is an anime. It's kind of like hit or miss. You could say like Yu-Gi-Oh, because like I have like the Exodia back there. I love Yu-Gi-Oh so much. But I would say probably either like JoJo now or Dragon Ball, maybe even Full Metal. They're definitely like all in top 3. But I would say somewhere in there. I love JoJo though. I really do. I've gotten into it the last few years, and it is just a joy. It's weird and it's a bizarre adventure, but it's great. Definitely recommend it. Splatgun, one more question. How did you think of your channel name? So it's kind of funny. So the channel name is based off my gamer tag, which is Mr. Bagel Bites. But the gamer tag was based off of... So I don't... anybody who's watching has, I'm sure, at least heard of Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Before there was Dragon Ball Z Abridged, though, this is kind of a little bit convoluted, and it doesn't have a great payoff. I will say that. There was a show called ARDBZ, Alternate Reality Dragon Ball Z. It was made by a YouTuber by the name of Gozar, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Gozar. And it was alright. It wasn't anything stellar. It was early, like, Abridged series content, is basically what it was. He was trying to be different, not calling it an Abridged series, but it's what it kind of was. It had some funny things. It hasn't aged great, as, like, some other things have done, but I really enjoyed it at the time. And on one of the episodes, Frieza and his father King Cold come to Earth to kill the Saiyans and all the Earthlings and everything. And they just said they wanted to pick up some pizza bagels. And that was like the whole thing, where they wanted to pick up pizza bagels. And at the time I wanted to change my gamer tag because it was like generated Xbox name 1, and I had the chance to change it for free one time, and I heard Bagel Bites, and I just went with Mr. Bagel Bites because I heard Bagel Bites that day, and it has now been like my moniker for a lot of my friends call me Bagels. Like in my phone, one of my best friends, my best man at my wedding, has me in the phone as Bagels. So now a whole thing just done by that. It's crazy how like something so small can like change like your world. Like honestly, like not to sound like corny, but it was over 10 years ago, and I still use it to this day. It's kind of crazy when I look back and think about it, how something so small and now I still use it for everything. But yeah, sorry it wasn't like anything super crazy, but I got to actually think about that. I didn't think about that for a while. I wonder got to go see if his content still exists. ARDBZ. And I think this is the last question that I had here, also from Splatgun. If you can, oh no, I'm sorry, yeah, it didn't load on my screen for a second there. Questions. So he had 3. Okay, so I did it in reverse. So questions. So these are like 3 that he had, and then he asked, how did you think your channel name? So I'll start with this. Do you have a girlfriend? Yes, I am married. I have a wife of 5 years, Melissa, and I, yeah, I have a wife. How old are you? It goes here. I am 25 today. 25 years old. And what is my real name? I've said it on the channel before. It's Tyler. It's nothing super great, but it's Tyler. And great questions. I'll be trying to reach out to you. If you can, I'll try and message me on Twitter. But I'll try and respond to one of your comments. You comment pretty frequently, so I'm sure I can get a hold of you through there. And I definitely want to get you sent something too. I'm trying to get everybody sent something at least. I'm not a super wealthy man, but I definitely try and do what I can. But yeah, awesome questions. Thank you everyone for just the questions and interaction. It's been so great. I appreciate you guys so much. Let's see what else we can do this year. But I'll be, like I said, I think I said earlier in the stream, I'm not sure, but I'll be trying to get some streaming done here today, at least at some point today. So I hope you guys check that out. Stop on by, and yeah, as always, catch you later.